Hello everyone, welcome to Yamaguchi Japan Speaking Tube Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Issa. This is episode 40. O40. I have just got TOEIC scores. I had taken. So about this about this story, having TOEIC, I've already mentioned. So because I've already mentioned about TOEIC or trying TOEIC test, which is English test, it's very famous in Japan. I will talk about the score. The total score is 900, just 900 sharp, and the listening section score is 480, 480, and reading section score is 420. Of course, each section, the maximum scores of each section is 495. So listening section is almost maximum. The difference is only 15. But reading section is not so good. But so I think so. But compared to listening section, it's not so good. And I have gotten not this time, before. Last time I got 460 in reading section, which is my record. And this time 420, and by 40 down 40. It's not so good. And so just as I talked before, the reading speed of me is very slow, and I can't read everything within the tight time set, 75 minutes. And I couldn't check last 10 questions, so I marked randomly at random. I marked at random the 10 questions, 10% of reading section. So that's why if TOEIC test, especially reading section is normal 75 minutes, but if it were 90 minutes, I would get 480 or something in reading section, but it's very difficult for me to read the speed, read the fast enough to check all of questions, all of 100 questions. So that's my weak point, reading speed. So anyway, my maximum score is 935. I couldn't I couldn't beyond this score since 5 years ago or something. Although I have devoted plenty of time to learning English, but I can't not beyond 5 years before 5 years ago. I think there's some reasons. The first, 5 years ago, I concentrated to taking TOEIC test. That I studied English with the TOEIC test material. Although I read some English books, paperbacks, but mainly I focused how to beyond 900 and or more. So every my study time of English is for a TOEIC test. I cannot use any other materials except for some novels. And so now, recently, for this for 4 years or something, I concentrated. I sometimes take another English test, which is more academic. TOEIC is for business and global communication skill. They require global communication skill. So there is no difficult terms, difficult words, very rare and not so long sentences, and not so complicated grammatically point of view, I think, and it's very plain English, and the content is very limited. For example, the business letter. So I would like to refound these items. Although I bought this 2 weeks ago or something. Although I can't find the recipe or something. And so the response mail. I'm awfully sorry. We can't accept your offer because you don't have a recipe, and the store's policy can't allow us to define to ask to accept your offer or something like that. It's very limited, or the copier is always broken down, and so maintenance staff, we have to call maintenance staff or something, or the out of paper. So where is the paper I need to copy? And the materials that I have to make materials for the board meetings or something. Very business. Or the advertisement of camping ground, or the announcement with in at the airport. It's a TOEIC test. Nobody killed, and nobody fired. It's very peaceful. Nobody badly injured, There's no love stories, no very limited. No environment problem, nothing, and so very fictitious peace world That is a TOEIC test. But recently I studied for. Sometimes I studied for another English test, which is which named Aiken English test, and there is 5 grades, and the 5, 4, 3, and pre 2, pre 1, pre 1, first grade. The first grade is the most difficult one. I already passed the pre-first grade, and so the first grade I failed 2 times already, and so I want to revenge, and so the last time it's very severe. If I got 2 or 3 points, I would have passed, I think. But yeah, it's very so. Maybe I can pass next time, but with my now in this scale of English, but I don't know. So the test Aiken, the first grade of Aiken is very difficult. The contents is more long and very long compared to TOEIC. TOEIC is a small, many small, small text. Small letters, or advertisement, or paper, newspapers, column or something. But Aiken test English, another English test. I mean that test is more academic. Sometimes the content is very scientific theme. Not so but yes. Academic, I think academic, and sometimes a little bit, and like an psychology matter or something, where the report or and their words, English words, is very difficult. So I now that's why one of the reason. That's why I memorize plenty of words, English words now. And so, and I recently, it is fun. It is very interesting to improve my pronunciation skill. Is it natural? It's not so easy. Not so easier than you think, I think. So to use the textbooks for entrance examination for Japanese colleges, they are a little bit easier, and it's not so difficult for me, to be honest. Compared to first grade, it's more general, gentle, I think. But that kind of textbook has are sold with CDs. It is very useful to exercise, using exercise English skill, English pronunciation skill. And so And so, yeah, that's why I recently, for 4 years, I have not focused for just one TOEIC test. So that I think that's the reason. That's the reason I got 900. But my skill is meant not decline, at least. I think same level. I keep same level, and yeah, some part of my English skill is improved. It has improved very much. I think that, but that part, TOEIC test doesn't measure that part. That's why that type of that skill doesn't affect their score, TOEIC test score. Okay, but I think it's okay. I will later someday. I will again focus on the TOEIC test, and so maybe in 6 months or something, and I will get 950 or 960 or 990. It's a perfect score. It's declare. It's kind of declare. Declaration. I declare. I declare that. Okay. So, it is a report of the last TOEIC I have taken. Thank you for listening to Speaking Tube Radio. Have a nice day. Balete.